Welcome to another video. It's Simon Hurley from Inklipse here, and I'm so excited because today is release day. It's been a day that I've been waiting for a long time. I've had this stuff designed and have been so excited and patiently waiting to bring it all to you. So you guys really welcome to my first release in January with open arms, and I so am appreciative of that, and I really hope you enjoyed this one as well. And I promise I won't keep you too long, so you guys can head out and go get shopping on this new release. All right, so let's start out with something pretty simple, but still really awesome. I'm so excited that we did this for the stamp set. So this is the Dudes 2 stamp set from the first January release. And I wasn't quite sure how to do this to make die cuts or anything like that for it. So we ended up doing a pack of pre-cut die cuts. And these are on some really thick, nice watercolor cardstock for coloring. They have a little bit of a white border around it, but I wanted these to have cutouts for them, because sometimes cutting out the dudes are a little bit difficult and kind of tricky, so I wanted to make sure that you have some cut out. So this is a 24-piece pack. Here are all the designs, and there's 2 of each of the 12 designs. So there's all the different combinations of dudes and the heads you can do. And then we have the little pup, and then a gift, and the little birthday hat that coordinates, so you can kind of dress them up a little bit. Now, what I wanted to make sure is that these are super high quality. They have really great black dark printing on them, which is awesome. Let me pull one of them out of the package for you. So I'll just pull out the pup here since it's right at the edge. So you can see here that awesome quality, and then it's got that little border on it just like a die cut would have. But this is really great because they're already done for you. Instead of having to stamp the hat onto the body, if you struggle with that, you've got it already done, which is really awesome. Now, one thing I wanted to show, I'll actually pull them all out here, is that this stamp set perfectly coordinates and is sized to work with the Dudes 2 stamp set. So if you know there's this little sweater stamp in here, that still perfectly fits on top of the Dudes die cuts, which is so awesome for me. So you're able to use this in conjunction with the stamp set you already have, but if you want to mass produce cards, or you want to get things done quickly, or even if you just struggle with cutting, this can be a great option to do die cuts. So we've got them all die cut out. I just have fallen in love with them, and I've been using these secretly in lots of my videos because sometimes I don't love fussy cutting things out, so I've definitely been using these die cuts in the past. So most of the stuff you've seen me color in has been the great quality watercolor cardstock that's in these die cuts. So I'm so excited about these. I'll set them off to the side, but these are going to be wonderful, so you can keep using your Dudes stamp set to the fullest, which is so awesome and exciting. Okay, so drum roll please. Let's bring in the first clear stamp set from the release. So this one is called Mythical Mermaids. I had so much fun drawing it, and I wanted it to be a little bit unique, so it's in that same style of all the people that I draw, where their mouths are kind of open. They've got kind of a unique little face and hair, which I think is so much fun and really kind of defines the fun and playful style of our stamps. So of course we've got the mermaid and the merman, and these can both be together on a card. I've got their hands so they can interlock here. I didn't make a card with these yet, but I am so excited for you guys to be creating with these, and I'll definitely be sharing lots of tutorials with them in case if you purchase. So you'll definitely be getting lots of inspiration. Then we have the little bear that's in most of the stamp sets he kind of carries through, and this fun little unicorn, and we've got a little tail with it. So just like some of my other stamp sets, like the Dudes 2 stamp set, where you can stamp the heads and bodies, I'll bring that in. So look, these heads and the bodies are detached because I find that it's more versatile like that. So instead of just drawing the bear or the unicorn with the tail, I gave you the option to do either, and then you can easily stamp the tail right underneath it, so you can create your own little animal, which is so much fun. Lots of different things that can kind of go in here, and different accessories you can make them use to dress up. So I think this is absolutely so much fun, and we've got this little kind of under the sea plant, so you can use that to kind of create your own backgrounds. So this stamp set is so much fun, and then you've got your own little sentiments in here. Some of them I hand wrote, like this one, "Humor make me happy," and then you've got some fun puns down here, as well as just some basically happy birthday sentiments. Here, actually, I'll show the examples at the end because I want to show the background stamp first. So this is the red rubber cling background stamp. This one is called Seafloor. And let me pull this out of its package. I want you to see this stamp in its full glory. These are made with Stampers Anonymous, so they do a fantastic job. With my backgrounds, I wanted to make sure they're red rubber backgrounds, so they're gonna stamp perfectly every time, but this also means you can get tons and tons of detail in the stamp. And I'm just gonna lift it up so you guys can see there. But this was so much fun to draw. So you got all those little lines. This one looks like it was chalk, kind of. You got tons of fun little texture in there. This one is so cool. And then you've got all those tiny little scratch marks. They do a fantastic job at Stampers Anonymous at getting those little tiny details in these stamps, which I was so surprised about at first, but I'm so pleasantly surprised and happy with how it turned out. So I wanted to also let you know, once you peel this off, this black piece is printed on here. I usually keep it with the acetate, but having that printed on there is so awesome, so you can see exactly what it is in your storage. And then of course that deep edged red rubber, which is so awesome. So you've got all that fun detail inside of this great stamp, and it's going to stamp perfectly every time. Red rubber does a phenomenal job, and they never skip on quality. So let me bring in an example. This is just a little bit of something that I did. So you've got that little unicorn that I turned into a mermaid, which I think is so much fun. And I purposefully left, let me show you, on each of the tails I was asked, hey, do you want to like include some scales in there? And I said no, because I wanted you to be able to color it in, and you could totally leave it just blank like that. I think it looks perfect like that. But if you want to, you can go in, and here I drew flowers. You can draw your own little scales. You can draw maybe a mandala, do some own doodles in there, so it's tons of fun. You can incorporate your own designs, and you can even do some stencil designs in there. So I'm definitely going to make a video just showing all the different ways you can kind of texture your tail or things like that. And then here you've got that background, that little fun seed floor background stamp, and you can see some of that texture and detail in the embossing, which I think is so cool. It creates some really cool texture with those mermaids. So I just love this one, and you'll definitely be seeing tons more examples with these stamps. Now next I wanted to share something that's in the maker line of my stencils. So you guys probably saw the flower maker stencil. If you didn't, definitely check that out. It's a really great one, and it creates some really cool realistic flowers. But I wanted to kind of continue that line because I am in love with stamp layering. If you know me, I love doing stamp layering on cards, but sometimes I find that each layer I want to do more than one color, or I want to do my own shading, and you can't really do that. But with stencils, you have the versatility to do whatever shading you want, do whatever colors you want, which I think is so awesome and so much fun. So I'll pull this stencil out of its package, and inside of here you get the stencil, and you also get 3 masks here. So these are just attached by little clear stickers you can peel off, and then you can use the masks as well, and same with these 2 little areas right here. But what you're able to do is layer these up just like you did with the flower, and I'm going to have a whole video coming up very soon on how to layer these and how to use them, and you can even use these on the gel plate, which I definitely need to try out as well. I think they would make some really cool textures with those shells. And this time, we definitely learned from the last time, and we put all the different things you can create on the package. So it's super easy. I find myself referencing this all the time, but you get to go back and look kind of what layers go with each other and make sure you know exactly what you're going to be blending and creating in the end. So it's really easy to see what you can do with them, and this is just such a fun stencil, and I definitely want to continue this maker line of stencils because there's a lot of versatility in them, and a stencil is pretty cheap, but you get a lot of bang for your buck in this. So let me show you some of the cards I created with this. So look at how awesome that is. These are just 3 of the shells from there, and you can see you can go super detailed. There's a couple different colors in each one, lots of shading, and then we've got that fun sentiment. This is from the Mythical Mermaid stamp set, that little call me on my shell phone. And then in the background here, I used this backsplash stencil from my last release. So keep using those old products because they definitely work with these new ones, and I never want to get rid of the old because it all kind of builds on each other really nicely. But look at how detailed and fun those shells are. And then I even use the masks for kind of a more watercolor look. So you'll definitely be seeing a video on these. Most of these cards that I'm showing you today have videos already filmed and will be coming out kind of in the next couple of days. So you guys get lots of inspiration with the products you're purchasing. Now, we might have missed Christmas in July, but I wanted to release a Christmas stamp set here in August, so you guys have tons of time to create your Christmas cards, and I would be absolutely honored if you used some of my images on your Christmas cards this year, but we wanted to give you a ton of time to create them because I know that can sometimes take quite a while, and you want to be prepared for that season. So introducing the Caroling Squad stamp set. And of course, again, it's got kind of my style tied into here, which I really love, that kind of fun and playful image style that we have on here. So here is this little guy singing with his mouth so wide open. We got the little fa la 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 that you can kind of coordinate along with that, which I think is so cute. this little puppy, because of course we've got to have a little puppy in the stamp set, and then we've got this group of friends. And I didn't do these individually, mainly because I didn't want to have you to have to mask all these off and have to do all of that. I'm kind of a lazy crafter, so you can keep using this image over and over, and also you can cut this guy out from the front and just use him by himself as well. So I did want that a little bit of versatility there, but I wanted this to be definitely a grouping of them kind of caroling together. And then we got this wreath up here, and then I also wanted to include a large Christmas tree. So this basically covers the front of a card, and I wanted to do this in kind of a fun and playful style as well, but you can definitely keep these more of a sophisticated card. So I always love to do that, give you some sophisticated images and some playful ones, so you can kind of choose what you want to do with your card and which direction you want to go with. And then you've got a bunch of sentiments, mostly in my handwritten font, which is so much fun. You got Silent Night, Holy Night, Jingle Bells, Someone Smells, which again, it's kind of fun and playful. Merry Christmas, fa la 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 la, and then I've got I forgot the rest of the lyrics, Merry Christmas, which you can put on the inside of the cards, sending carols, cheer, and hugs for all year, which is such a great one, and then woof, that means Merry Christmas, and dog for this little guy. And you might be wondering what these are. Those are little antlers for the puppy, so if you want to make him a Christmas pup, you definitely can. Okay, so I'm going to share all of the stuff from this little grouping, and then I'll share the examples. So this next background stamp is so much fun, so special to me, and it's kind of a really cool, unique idea that I hope you guys really enjoy as much as I do. So this one is called Piano Recital. Let me pull it out. And with this background stamp, it looks a little bit different. So you got a couple different lines of music. I didn't really make this like to actual musical, so it's not really in reality. I just drew all these fun little lines of music and the music notes on here, and then they're kind of inverted every other one. So it's upside down, right side up. It's kind of just a fun and playful background for some texture in the background of your cards. But one thing you might notice is that there's kind of some cuts in here. And so what you'll have to do when you get your stamp is it's kind of attached at some little places, and all you have to do is just peel this up, and it's really easy to do. But Stampers Anonymous did a phenomenal job of this. What I wanted is a background stamp that you can puzzle in like this, so you can use it as a full background, just as it's intended if you'd like to, and that's how most background stamps are. But I wanted you to be able to pull out one of the lines of music. So look how easy this is. I just peel that right off the acetate, and then I can put this on an acrylic block, and I'm ready to stamp this out. Well, what does that mean? It means you can kind of have this gap in here if you want to put a sentiment there, and stamp the background just as it is. You can move these two around as they are, or you can stamp this one by itself and do several lines of music, let's say in different colors. If you want just one line of music, it really gets a lot of bang for your buck, and I always love to make sure that I'm doing the best for you, what's going to make it most versatile, and it doesn't affect your stamp at all. It's super easy to puzzle right back into there, and then you have one solid background stamp again. And I usually stamp on the acetate sheet. If you're using a MISTI, just transfer all the pieces over. It's just like a puzzle, and it's super easy to figure out and put it back together. So here I've taken out that piece, and I've stamped it just one line of music in case if you want that, which is so much fun. Here I've taken out the strip, and I have done several colors, so no need for creative masking. You can do several colors at once and just stamp them at separate times using that one little strip. Or you can put the whole background together and get a fun background on your card. And of course it's 6x6, just like the other one is as well in all my backgrounds, so you can stamp it either way and have no problems with any of that. And again, red rubber, super high quality from Stampers Anonymous. So this one is called Piano Recital, and I hope you guys love that idea, because I definitely want to do some more stamps like that in the future. It really adds a ton of versatility to the background, I think. And last but not least, we have the Frostbite stencil, and you can see here, it looks like a snowflake, but it also could be really just a geometric kind of mandala design, and you'll see that in some of my examples in the future when I work with it. It is just a really great focal kind of center point textured background, but I also wanted to do the snowflake so that the edges are rough like the edges of the snowflake, so you're able to, let's say if you had a card, I'll bring one in here, you can kind of set it off to the side like this and blend on your card, not using the whole thing, but not be limited to having a square edge, which I really like that, and you're able to kind of have some more creativity with it, which I love. So I hand drew this, we turned it into a stencil. I like that it's got thick lines, so you can add color there if you'd like, but it really is just a great fun background for this Christmas season, and really all year round if you want to just use it as kind kind of a mandala as well. So let me bring in some samples for that little kind of Christmas grouping of products as well. So like I said, I incorporated that Christmas tree so you can do some more sophisticated cards. Here we have that Christmas tree, and there's a couple different layers there, which I absolutely love, just watercolored in using my inks. And then I used that snowflake Frostbite as the background. So again, it's just a really fun textured background, and it doesn't even really look like a snowflake in this one, which I really love. And then here, again, a more sophisticated Christmas tree card, watercolored using some of my inks, so you can totally make this definitely sophisticated cards, which I absolutely love. Then here we have some more fun and playful ones. So again, using that Frostbite background, it's just a great focal point. So his little head is in that focal point, using the Caroling Squad stamp set for that little pup. You see that there too. And then this guy who's singing out really loud. And then I incorporated the Sending Carols and Cheer and Hugs for All Year in the inside. So I love how colorful and bright this one is. And then speaking of colorful and bright, I used that music note background stamp, and like I said, all I did was I took the background and I removed that centerpiece so that I can sneak Jingle Bells, Someone Smells in there. So it really, like I said, adds tons of versatility to that background stamp. And then you've got this Caroling Squad kind of group of kids singing and caroling, and the Jingle Bells, Someone Smells sentiment, which I love. So this one is super bright and fun, but I love it for the Christmas season. And then I wanted to show just one using that Frostbite stencil. Look, that's just using some clear texture paste that I've tinted using my inks, and there we go. It's a really fun and simple card, but really definitely is the star of the show here and looks a little bit like a snowflake, which I absolutely love. Okay, so there was a look at my newest release. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I am so excited to share it with you guys finally. And like I said, tons of inspiration and lots of the examples that you just saw will be coming in videos very soon. So if you purchase these products, you'll be getting tons of inspiration for free online here, which is really exciting. Okay, so definitely check the links down below. I'll have all the products from this newest release linked down there so you can head and go shopping for all of your favorite products. And I also have a code from Ranger that's called Simon20. So be sure to use that at checkout for 20% off your Ranger ink purchase, which is so much fun. So you can get a little bit of a discount on the products that you're buying, which is awesome. So check the links down below to head out and go shopping. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this release. Leave a comment down below letting me know which was your favorite product or grouping of products that you loved, and also be sure to click that subscribe button down below and ring the little bell icon next to it to never miss another video like this one and a new product release from me as well. And as always, thank you so much for all of the amazing support you have shown me and my Simon Hurley Create product line. I hope you all have a wonderful day and release day as you see some of the inspiration for my new product line as I'll be posting, and also I believe my design team will be posting a couple different inspiration cards as well. So if you want to see these products in use, definitely I'll have links down below to anything that comes up so you guys can check it out, and I'll see you very soon for another card making and crafting video. Have a wonderful day. Bye!